blood sugar as much as or more than table sugar.
God, that's hard to believe. Wow.
Jeez.
It spikes your blood sugar more than if you took a tablespoon of regular table sugar. Okay? I'm not going to read all this. Okay, after 3 months, my patients returned to have more blood work done. As I had anticipated, with only rare exceptions, blood sugar had indeed often dropped from diabetic range to normal. Yes, diabetics became non-diabetics. That's right. Diabetes in many cases can be cured, not simply managed, by removal of carbohydrates, especially wheat, from the diet. Many of my patients had lost 20, 30, even 40 pounds. But it's what I didn't expect that astounded me. They reported that symptoms of acid reflux disappeared. Cyclic cramping and diarrhea of irritable bowel syndrome were gone. Their energy improved. They had greater focus. Sleep was deeper. Rashes disappeared, even rashes that had been present for many years. Their rheumatoid arthritis pain improved or disappeared, enabling them to cut back, even eliminate the nasty medications used to treat it. Asthma symptoms improved or resolved completely, allowing many to throw away their inhalers. They were thinner, more energetic, clearer thinking, better bowel joint and lung health. Time and again, surely these results were reason enough to forego wheat. So, the wheat affects the body in many different ways, and I'm not going to go into all the ways that it affects you. But that's why I decided to remove it from my diet. Now, what is so wrong with genetically modified organisms? Okay? Because they will tell you, and they have gone to great lengths to put advertising in magazines, on TV, to tell you there's nothing wrong with it, it's not going to hurt you. Okay? So what's wrong with it? My belief, and this is my belief, this is Dan Hardy's belief,
okay,
right? Dan Hardy's, that whenever you mess with what God created, you know, something's wrong with that. Okay? God created wheat, He created oats, He created corn to have, you know, a certain genetic makeup. Why are we going in there and messing with that? You know? So, here's what I believe. Bioengineering can be a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing. Okay? It's like anything else. We just make some great discovery. It's used for good, but it's also used for bad.
Right.
And so, another thing is, or this is what I believe too, Jesus said, for the love of money, there's all kinds of evils. And it's a proven fact that genetic modification of our foods saves money. It's why they do it. It's why big, huge corporate farms, why big corporations like Monsanto, who create the seed, is genetically modified. Probably, I would say it's probably more than this now, but half the crops in the United States are genetically modified. You can't get away from it. So I don't want to fill you with fear when I tell you this, because God, who is in our lives, who gives us, you know, wisdom,
Right.
sound wisdom, understanding. There's things we can do about it. Now, this is also my belief that the liberal left has a basic philosophy. Their philosophy is man will save man. It's not like our belief that God will save man or has saved man. Their belief is man will save man. So man has to come up with ways to do that. So I really, truly, sincerely believe when they came up with this genetic modification of our crops, they thought they were doing man well and good.
Good intentions.
Good
yes.
intentions.
Right.
But it's actually hurting us. It's hurting us. So So the real culprit in this is genetic modification. Now, companies are not required to label their products as GMO or non-GMO.
Oh, they're not.
They're not required to do that because the laws are not in place. There are people, there are groups that are lobbying to get those laws in place. It keeps getting shot down by big business who have the money, who are involved in this. President Obama himself shut it down. We almost had it through where we were forcing them to put it on the label, and he vetoed it not too long ago. So
Because it would hurt the farmer, you think it would hurt the farmers, or why do you think he vetoed that?
it's not gonna hurt the small farmer, the family farmer. It's gonna hurt the big corporate farmers. It's gonna hurt certainly corporations like Monsanto who produce the seed. I mean, whoever controls the seed controls the food for that country. And Monsanto is the biggest one. There's others though. And they're quite powerful. They're very powerful.
Right.
But God will have his way. Praise God. So, anyway, I am going to, I've got another sample. Yay! Yay! It's gluten-free. And it's not a bread like bread that you would make a sandwich with, because it doesn't have that texture.
Like a banana nut bread?
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but it's all nut meal. It's made of almond meal, and it's got applesauce. You were talking about that earlier.
Right, yeah.
Applesauce to sweeten it. And the good oils, which if you don't feel comfortable eating it, you don't have to take any. The good oils, it has the coconut oil in it, and what else? Cinnamon. That's about it. You know, walnuts.
Did you buy that, or did you make it?
I made this one.
You bake?
I'm experimenting. This particular one, okay, I tasted it after it was done, and I said, I gotta work on this. So it's kind of
Good.
dry, okay?
So did you just go online for certain type recipes?
This particular
gluten-free,
recipe
or-
I got in this book, because
Oh.
he's got some recipes in the back, because he realized how hard it is to transition, okay? So he's got recipes in the back, and I've tried some of these recipes, and they're really good. The Mexican tortilla soup is outstanding. And so I've tried some of these anyway, and they're really good recipes. And you know, there's lots of alternatives out there for certain things like antibiotics. We take much too much antibiotics. Because why? Because, well, one reason is you go to the doctor because you got some kind of infection, boom, you're getting an antibiotic right off the bat, right? So we're taking those antibiotics all the time. Antibiotics destroy the natural flora in your digestive system. So if you have to take them, if you have to take antibiotics, which I have to sometimes, once in a great while, not often, I also take acidophilus at the same time
Yes.
to replace the good bacteria in your digestive system. You need to know little things like that. You know what a natural antibiotic is? Garlic. Garlic's a wonderful natural antibiotic. Another thing is lemon. Lemon is a great natural cleanser for your body. So it's real popular now when you go in a restaurant, you get your water, you always say, well, I want water with lemon. It's really a good thing because the lemon is a natural cleanser. These are things that my mom knew because her mom taught her these things. They were passed on. They're natural, okay, type things. Now, it's not going to cure you if you have a disease right now because they're long-term. So you might have to learn new eating habits. Not might, you will have to learn new eating habits. And if you're going to lose weight and keep it off.
Thank you, that's wonderful.
Yeah. My daughter,
Yeah.
my other daughter, not the one who had the gluten tolerance. My other daughter had a weight problem. She takes more after her mom. So she has this weight problem, and she says, that's it, I'm tired of this, I gotta lose some weight. So she decided on her own to cut out sugar from her diet. That was her own decision. Another reason was diabetes runs in her mom's side of the family. So she was pre-diabetic, she wasn't diabetic, but she wanted to make sure I don't get there, become a diabetic, because her mom died too early in age, partly because she's a diabetic, but also heart disease. So she, for 6 weeks, had no sugar, 0 sugar. And then after that, she would allow a little bit in, like twice a month, something like that, and more gradual. She's not the type that wants to do, one of these diets where it's
Yeah.
drastic. She just